The Fox 5 I-Team catches a local ambulance service using unlicensed workers instead of real medics to transport patients.
Yeah, that's bad enough, but it's what else the I-Team uncovered that's led the state to take unprecedented action, quickly ordering Members EMS to shut down and revoking the owner's individual medic license. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis here now with some disturbing revelations.
Right, Rustin Sine, by law, every ambulance in Georgia must be staffed by 2 state-licensed medics to make sure they can properly care for the patient. Well, one of the drivers for Members EMS in Lake City is not in the state medic database, but he does show up in another one, the database for registered sex offenders. Do they know you're a sex offender, Larry? Does the boss know about your past? That's Larry Bass Sr. making the rounds in Members EMS ambulances last month to transport patients to dialysis. And that's Larry Bass Sr. again. You can find this picture in the Georgia Registry of Sex Offenders. Could someone on the sex offender registry get a license to be a medic in Georgia?
No, they could not.
No, they could not. The state denies medic licenses for anyone who's committed a crime of moral turpitude, like rape, like kidnapping, like aggravated sodomy. Bass pled guilty to all of them. According to court records, Bass admitted kidnapping a woman late one night in the 1980s and raping her outside an Atlanta school. In court, prosecutors produced other documents showing earlier arrests on other sex-related charges. He served 10 years in prison. What are you doing here? Why are you working without a license, Larry? You're not working? Looks like you're working. You just carried in a patient to this dialysis clinic here. And he clearly has the keys to the ambulance. You're forgetting your buddy over here.
You can't just go pick someone up off the street and let them drive your ambulance.
David Newton is the deputy director for the State Office of EMS and Trauma, the department in charge of licensing medics.
Our rules require that there are 2 licensed personnel on every ambulance in the state of Georgia.
Yet Bass wasn't the only Members EMS worker we discovered working without a state medic license. According to this December police report, one of their ambulances was hit by a car while transporting a patient. The ambulance driver? Larry Bass Jr., son of Larry Bass Sr., also a convicted felon. Timothy McKnight is the owner of Members EMS. Why are you putting unlicensed people on your ambulances?
No comment. No comment. This is not the issue. This is not the place to talk about that.
It's not like McKnight didn't know Bass Sr. was running calls. Check out who's working with Bass on this patient transport in Forest Park. The owner.
Now, Larry Bass was convicted in the 1980s of rape, kidnapping, and aggravated sodomy.
Okay.
We brought our surveillance video to state regulators. The next day, they hand-delivered these 2 letters to the owner of Members EMS, revoking McKnight's individual EMT license and ordering the company to cease operations immediately. McKnight has filed an appeal. Regulators say McKnight admitted using unlicensed personnel on his ambulances at least 10 to 20 times and operating 2 unlicensed ambulances around 10 times.
We take allegations like this very seriously because we obviously, part of our role is to protect the public's health.
McKnight may also face even more trouble from Medicare. Their rules also require 2 licensed medics on every trip, even for dialysis. So the question is, what names did he put down on those invoices? Who were the medics he told Medicare worked on those transports?
And why does the state say it's so important that they have these 2 licensed medics?
They say that you want to be licensed because you guarantee a national criminal background check. So you'll find out whether you have any sex offenders working there. Also, it guarantees a minimum level of education. You want to make sure that these people can handle anything, non-emergency or emergency. We have no idea whether Larry Bass was educated and trained in anything except driving that ambulance.
Very disturbing.
He has no business near anybody's loved one, that's for sure.
Right.
Randy, thanks.
Okay.